More unrest in the Athens community after a video of officers pinning a man to the ground circulated on social media. Vape business owners are worried about the future. And in sports, Ohio soccer returns from their 4-game road trip just as Ohio volleyball begins theirs. Newswatch starts right now. Good evening, I'm Allie Eldridge. Thanks for joining us. The Athens Police Department's Coffee with a Cop event will now take place next Thursday at the Athena Cinema. It's now being called Ask the Chiefs and will be held in cooperation with OU's Division of Diversity and Inclusion, Black Student Union, NAACP Chapter, and Black Student Cultural Programming Board. The move comes after protesters took to the Athens courthouse this morning protesting against APD's use of force to detain an African-American man over the weekend. The video now has more than 500,000 views on social media. APD Chief Tom Pyle addressed the incident Monday in a press conference, saying the use of force by the officers was reasonable and restrained. A Dayton area man is dead after a 13-hour standoff with police. Police say John Reese was found dead in a house with 20 guns, body armor, and high-capacity ammunition magazines. They say the standoff began after officers went to the house in response to a domestic violence situation that happened Monday. The FBI previously spoke with a man at that address about certain posts made online. A former Kentucky police officer is charged with raping and impregnating an underage relative, an incident that happened more than 4 decades ago. 71-year-old former Paducah police officer Henry Glore was arrested yesterday on rape and incest charges. Glore worked as a police officer in New York City before joining the Paducah Department in 1976. He later resigned after being convicted of cocaine possession. A former Ohio corrections officer was found guilty of assaulting an inmate. A jury found John Hinkle guilty today of striking a handcuffed inmate in the head with a baton and fracturing his jaw. The county prosecutor says the incident happened last year and that the use of force was unjustified. Authorities say the assault was after a fight between rival gangs. 3 men from Columbus are facing charges after over $100,000 worth of drugs were seized in West Virginia yesterday. A SWAT team raided 3 homes and found nearly 400 grams of cocaine, more than 100 grams of crack cocaine, and more than 200 grams of heroin. Authorities also recovered 2 vehicles, numerous cell phones, and items used to package and distribute drugs. Police say more arrests are expected. Vapor business owners and vape users are speaking out against new restrictive legislation in Ohio. Demonstrators took to the State House yesterday to show lawmakers how the vape industry can be helpful. This comes as Governor Mike DeWine is proposing a ban on all flavored vape products. Newswatch reporter Ben Schwartz has more with some of the protesters.
Protesters outside Ohio's State House, voicing their disagreement with Governor Mike DeWine's proposed flavored e-cigarette ban.
They need to know that these products are saving lives. Federal surveys and other studies have shown that these products are not only the most popular quit smoking aids, but they are also the most successful. We cannot ban these products because it will leave millions of smokers and former smokers without alternatives.
The proposed ban comes as more than 20 Ohioans have been to the hospital in recent months with severe lung illnesses reportedly related to vaping. But according to these protesters, e-cigarettes and the flavors that come along with them are a necessity.
Flavors are an integral part in why adult smokers quit. I don't want to taste tobacco. That's why I quit smoking.
85% of the adults use flavored vapor products. They don't want to use tobacco or menthol because they want nothing remotely related to a cigarette. And it's shown that these are the most successful ways to get people off of smoking combustible cigarettes.
And while the ability to purchase vape products is one issue, the potential closing of local businesses is another.
We honestly feel that there is some lobbying going on here with a big pharmaceutical and tobacco company that is trying to make a change in the industry to get people to smoke and create more income for them. So we're here rallying against the flavor ban in Ohio, and hopefully we'll be able to keep our doors open and all the employees will be able to have a job.
Meanwhile, at a news conference yesterday, Governor DeWine said he does not have the authority to ban flavored e-cigarettes and urged the Ohio General Assembly to work with him moving forward. Reporting for Newswatch, I'm Ben Schwartz.
Hello, I'm forecaster Adelaide Carwish, and today it's been another record day, another hot day. Well, let's take a look outside right now through our roof cam, and it's quite loud with the train just coming through. It's pretty clear outside. You can see as far as the eye can see, it's pretty clear, and it's also been very hot. Right now it is 92 degrees with almost not a cloud in the sky, as you can see through the cam, and you can just see through everything that it's just really been one of those really hot days. You can see all around right now in southeastern Ohio, Athens at 92, New Lexington at 91, Columbus at 93, Chillicothe at 93. So again, another record day, and we've been having record day after record day since Monday. But coming up, you're going to have a little bit of cooler weather and maybe some rain at the end. Allie, I'll send it back to you.
Thanks, Adelaide. The federal government says it did not receive any bids during a competitive lease sale for coal underneath Wayne National Forest. The Bureau of Land Management released the results of last week's offering yesterday. The sale came in response to a lease application by CCU Coal and Construction, which already operates an adjacent privately owned mine. The area up for lease holds an estimated 1.4 million tons of coal and spans 430 acres of the Wayne National Forest. West Virginia is heightening election security in preparation for 2020. U.S. Attorney Mike Stewart announced a federal probe into attempted tampering. Secretary of State Mark Warner said there was an attempt to hack into a voting app for deployed military members. Stewart says the election system was not compromised during the attempted hack, but the information has been forwarded to the FBI. The Washington County Career Center is now ranked among the top vocational schools in Ohio. WTAP reports that no vocational school in Ohio managed to outscore the Washington County through the most recent series of state report cards. The categories judged includes graduation rate, achievement, career readiness, and post-program outcomes. Be careful what you burn outside. That's what the Ohio Division of Forestry is asking people to do. They're asking all residents to know the state's outdoor burning precautions. This is because they say an abundance of dry fuel is on the ground. The burn restrictions are in place from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. from October 1st through November 30th. The Chillicothe Dog Park is officially open. The park, located on Yatangi Parkway, opened to the public last Monday. The Chillicothe Gazette reports the dog park is on approximately 1 acre of land and has sections for all sizes of dogs. House Democrats are subpoenaing the White House as the impeachment inquiry into the president heats up. Plus, a former Dallas police officer could spend the rest of her life in prison. Those stories coming up after the break. Newswatch will be right back.
Got potential for a major incident.
The California fire nightmare.
I don't want to die here.
An entire community gone.
Scientists scramble to unlock the mysteries of wildfires.
We don't know how that wind interacts with pushing the fire front.
It's new normal that we've created by our own actions.
Inside the megafire.
I don't know if I'll ever recover.
On Nova.
This is the closest we'll get to an alien on Earth. Octopuses couldn't be more different from us, but is a connection possible?
You look at them and you feel like they're looking back. That's not an illusion. They are looking back.
One man will find out. He'll bring an octopus into his home and introduce her to the family.
Well, now she's filming me.
Hi, Heidi.
Three carefree brothers drop everything to tend to their aging grandmother decir que no hay conciencia. Párate, América, párate, por favor.
Discover the joy and sacrifice of being there till the end. America on POV.
The Philippine leader has faced harsh criticism for launching a bloody drug war. Thousands of people have been killed in the brutal crackdown.
My campaign against drugs will not stop until the last pusher and the last drug lord are
House Democrats are planning to subpoena the White House. The move is a part of the House's impeachment inquiry into President Donald Trump and Ukraine. The documents they are trying to get access to are related to the controversial call between the two presidents. House Oversight Chairman Elijah Cummings sent a memo to members saying the subpoena is being issued because the White House failed to provide those documents. Amber Geiger may spend the rest of her life behind bars. The sentencing phase of her trial resumed today. The former Dallas police officer was found guilty of murdering a man in an apartment she says she thought was hers. John Lawrence reports.
Former Dallas police officer Amber Geiger awaits her fate.
We, the jury, unanimously find the defendant, Amber Geiger, guilty.
The 31-year-old faces up to life in prison for the murder of Botham Jean.
Big surprise, big shock, but you know what? That's the system of justice we have. That's the justice she got.
Last September, Geiger was off duty but still in uniform when she opened the door to an apartment she thought was hers. But Geiger had entered Jean's apartment and shot him, thinking he was a burglar.
I hate that I have to live with this every single day of my life.
It took the jury less than 24 hours to make its decision.
I thought quite possibly this would end in a hung jury. I thought the case was overcharged. I thought she could have been, should have been charged with manslaughter. I thought murder was a bridge too far.
Prosecutors questioned why Geiger fired her weapon as opposed to calling for backup, and also said she was more concerned for herself than helping the dying man.
This verdict is for Trayvon Martin, it's for Michael Brown, it's for Sandra Bland, it's for Tamir Rice, it's for Eric Gardner, it's for Antoine Rose.
Jean, who was an accountant, would have turned 28 years old on Sunday.
My life has not been the same. It's just been like a roller coaster.
I'm John Lawrence reporting.
The sentencing came at 4:30. He got 10 years in prison. President Trump met with the president of Finland this afternoon. The leaders discussed concerns about Russia and China, but President Trump also spent some time at the joint press conference ranting about Democrats.
They're the do-nothing Democrats. They don't do any work. All they want to do is try and win the election in 2020. So they come up with this impeachment nonsense, and everyone knows. The conversation, all based on one phone call that I had.
Trump says he is worried that China is using technology as a surveillance tool. Senator Bernie Sanders is taking a break from campaigning. The Democratic presidential candidate was taken to the hospital last night. Doctors found a blocked artery and inserted 2 stents to open it up. But his campaign says he is recovering and in good spirits. Not a snow day, but a heat day. Some Ohio schools are closing as record-breaking temps sweep the country. That story's still ahead.
And the heat continues for just a little bit longer, but don't worry, some fall weather is coming up.
Thanks, Adelaide. But before we get to that, here's a look at stocks of local interest.
Three carefree brothers drop everything to tend to their aging grandmother.
¿Cómo puedes decir que no hay conciencia? Párate, América, párate, por favor.
Discover the joy and sacrifice of being there till the end. America on POV.
The Philippine leader has faced harsh criticism for launching a bloody drug war. Thousands of people have been killed in the brutal crackdown.
My campaign against drugs will not stop until the last pusher and the last drug lord are...
Our cities are the fastest growing habitat in the world. And humans aren't the only ones trying their luck in the big city. These resourceful animals are moving in and adapting to life in the concrete jungle, finding new opportunities in unexpected places. Their new urban lifestyle is turning our cities into the wild metropolis.
The California fire nightmare.
I don't want to die here.
An entire community gone.
Scientists scramble to unlock the mysteries of wildfires.
We don't know how that wind interacts with pushing the fire front.
This new normal that we've created by our own actions.
Inside the megafire.
I don't know if I'll ever recover.
On Nova.
Some Ohio schools are canceled again today because of the hot weather. Several school districts dismissed students early yesterday, and Columbus City Schools canceled classes today. Many school buildings don't have air conditioning, so inside some of the classrooms it was 85 degrees or more. Teachers said it was just too hot for their students to learn. State Representative Niraj Antani is pushing a bill to help districts get state funding to update their buildings.
Welcome back. I'm forecaster Adelaide Carr. Heat is just going to be a little right now, 92 degrees, pressure at 29.88, humidity 34%. Winds to the south at 11 miles per hour, so about 10 to 15 miles per time. Moving forward, right now is it's pretty hot outside through right now as we go in the almanac. We have yet another record. We have yet another record today. 92 degrees, that's the record. Almost 8 degrees more than the previous record. Was formed in 1988. That was 84 degrees. It's a new record. It's a new record for 69 degrees. And moving forward, we have take a look at the temperature map right now. You can sort of see the area just all around, just like it's pretty hot outside. You can see where that, as you'll see later, there's a cold front that's keeping that temperature that's going to come through, that's going to give out the lower temperatures. And we'll explain that a little bit later today. Moving forward, tonight 66 degrees and a clear night, but it will be quite a warm night as most of the as it will be quite warm, so don't worry about bringing a jacket tonight. It's going to be really warm for a night, 66 degrees. That's almost the average temperature we're supposed to have today all around the local area. 69 degrees in Columbus, 67 in New Lexington. All around it's just been a warm night. And tomorrow, again, record highs. 92 degrees. If your school doesn't have AC, you might have another day off if you're one of the children watching this right now, or parents of children might have to deal with another day, but it will be just one more day. Slight chance of rain, maybe a little pop-up there, but it should be mostly sunny. Chillicothe at 93, Athens at 92, and we're going to take a look at tonight. 51 degrees moving forward. It should be a big temperature drop, though, so that's a bit unfortunate as we finally start to get into this. Low pressure system going to move down here, and that low pressure system and that cold front is going to move over. And let's take a look at your 7-day outlook here. It's definitely one of those days where we're finally going to have normal weather for this time of year. It's not going to be so warm outside, so hot. It's finally, we're going to have normal temperatures starting on Friday and moving forward.
Well, Adelaide, I got to say, I'm looking forward to the end of this heat.
I am too.
Thank you, Adelaide. There may be new hope for those battling prostate cancer thanks to a new trial. In today's Health Minute, Meredith Wood brings us the latest on this study.
Encouraging news for men suffering from aggressive forms of prostate cancer. A drug could help slow down the progression of the deadly disease.
This study really looked at men who had progressed or for whom standard of care therapy was no longer working.
The drug olaparib was shown to delay the disease progression in men with metastatic castrate-resistant cancer and mutations in their HRR genes. Castrate-resistant means that the cancer keeps growing even when the testosterone levels in the patient's body have been drastically reduced.
The men that were treated in this trial, it reduced the chance of progression or death by 66%. And men who were on this agent more than doubled the time that they benefited from treatment compared to standard therapies.
The drug is sold under the brand name Lynparza. It's currently used to treat adults with other cancers, including ovarian, fallopian tube, and certain types of breast cancer. But manufacturers hope to get it approved as soon as possible for prostate cancer. According to the American Cancer Society, about 1 out of 9 men will be diagnosed with prostate cancer, and it's more common in older and African American men. It's the second deadliest form of cancer for men behind lung cancer. For today's Health Minute, I'm Meredith Wood.
Hi, I'm Curtis Fader. Coming up, Ohio football is gearing up for Buffalo for their first MAC game. Find out what they've been doing after the break. And Ohio soccer is preparing for their first MAC home game this week. Details on that and more coming up next on Newswatch.
Thanks, Curtis. Don't forget to stay tuned to WOUB. Here's a look at what's coming up tonight on your public television station.
Our cities are the fastest growing habitat in the world. And humans aren't the only ones trying their luck in the big city. These resourceful animals are moving in and adapting to life in the concrete jungle, finding new opportunities in unexpected places. Their new urban lifestyle is turning our cities into the wild metropolis.
What's up, everyone? My name is Joseph Hennessy, and I'm the host of Gridiron Glory. Our shows air on Friday nights at 11:30 p.m. and on Saturdays at 11:30 a.m., so don't miss out on Southeastern Ohio football. We're going to be at Wellston, my old hometown, Washington Courthouse this week, South Gallia, Waterford, and our game of the week is at New Lexington against Tri-Valley. So follow all of our content on WOUB.org and our social media accounts. And remember, there's nothing better than Friday nights and Gridiron Glory. See you Friday.
The California fire nightmare.
I don't want to die here.
An entire community gone.
Scientists scramble to unlock the mysteries of wildfires.
We don't know how that wind interacts with pushing the fire front.
This new normal that we've created by our own actions.
Inside the megafire.
I don't know if I'll ever recover.
On Nova.
Three carefree brothers drop everything to tend to their aging grandmother.
¿Cómo puedes decir que no hay conciencia? Párate, América, párate, por favor.
Discover the joy and sacrifice of being there till the end. America on POV.
Welcome back to Newswatch. I'm Curtis Fader. Ohio football has hit a bit of a rough patch this season and have gone on a 3-game losing streak since beating Rhode Island their season opener. The Bobcats have struggled this season defensively, giving up an average of 29.5 points a game. Luckily, they have an extra week to figure things out before they begin conference play this Saturday against Buffalo. Coach Solich emphasizes the importance of forcing turnovers on defense and limiting them on offense.
You know, obviously there's got to be some concentration that goes into
creating turnovers, and taking good care of the ball, and continue to drill that in not only in group work and individual work, but also in teamwork a lot, and kind of making a big issue out of it in practice.
The Ohio soccer team returns from their 4-game road trip and hosts their first MAC game this Friday against Toledo. The Bobcats will be hosting 5 out of their next 6 games at Chesapeake and look to take advantage and take the MAC by storm.
Obviously, coming back home to start our home portion of the MAC conference or the MAC league play is great. We look forward to it. We love playing here. We love our field. We love our fans, and so we're really looking forward to this weekend and playing 2 really good teams.
Ohio have 2 games this weekend, playing against Toledo Friday at 4 and against Bowling Green Sunday at 1. So if you don't want to make the trek to Buffalo, be sure to come to that game or have coverage with the WOUB's Bobcat Showcase. The Ohio volleyball team leaves the Convo and will embark on their own 4-game road trip. After losing heart-wrenching 3-2 set match against Bowling Green and winning their rivalry game against the Miami Redhawks, the Bobcats will play their first 2 away games this weekend. While amid preparation, Coach Webb discusses how the Bobcats must respect every opponent they play.
We go into every match knowing that every team in the MAC can beat us, and you have to respect that when you prepare for any team. Eastern Michigan is a team. I mean, they won the MAC tournament last year. They were in the NCAA tournament. We were not, and so we have to respect that about them.
The Bobcats travel to play Kent State on Thursday and then travel to Eastern Michigan on Saturday. The road to the season opener starts now. On Monday, the Ohio men's basketball team started practicing for the upcoming season. Ohio will look to bounce back after a disappointing season last year, finishing below 500 and going 6-12 in conference play. The Bobcats are led by only 3 returning underclassmen, and first-year head coach Jeff Bowles talks about his goals for this season with his young squad.
The biggest thing we talk about, number one, to get better every day and to get closer as a team every day. And we're going to be in a growth mindset of, just every single day, coach, teach, be positive, not really results driven. We want to win games, but we're going to continue to coach and teach these guys. They have a lot to learn, and that's what we're going to do.
Whether it's on your couch or in the stands, there are plenty of athletic events to enjoy this weekend. Now, it's time to sit back and watch these MAC games unfold.
I'm looking forward to seeing how Ohio sports does this week. Halloween is still several weeks away, but right now is the time to celebrate the seed behind Halloween's favorite fruit. Yes, the pumpkin is a fruit, not a vegetable, and today is National Pumpkin Seed Day. It is observed every year on the first Wednesday in October, so as we wait for temperatures to drop and the leaves to change colors here, tide yourself over with a handful of pumpkin seeds as a nutritious snack, and hopefully those fall temps come soon. Let's send it over to Adelaide for a look at our final weather.
Yeah, they'll come very soon, but first we still got a couple days of record heat. 92 degrees right now. It's again another record day. Slight chance of rain for tomorrow. This is for tomorrow. You take a look at your 7-day outlook here, and it's Thursday is 92, and then finally on Friday we get to normal temperatures, 69 degrees. It's going to be fantastic. It's a beautiful day on Friday, and then the weekend, 78 on Saturday, and this is when the rain starts to come on Sunday. 70% chance of rain, so get your rain jacket out. And it's and Monday as well, start of the week, but we're back in the fall. It's starting to feel like fall again, and it's just one of those. It's really one of those days, and I love seeing the fall weather here. And Allie, I'll send it back to you.
Sounds good, Adelaide. Thank you. And that does it for our evening broadcast this evening. Thanks for watching. I'm Allie Eldridge. Stay tuned for the PBS NewsHour coming up next. And remember, you can find the latest news anytime at WOUB.org. Have a great night.
What's up, everyone? My name is Joseph Hennessy, and I'm the host of Gridiron Glory. Our shows air on Friday nights at 11:30 p.m. and on Saturdays at 11:30 a.m. So don't miss out on Southeastern Ohio football. We're going to be at Wellston, my old hometown, Washington Courthouse this week, South Gallia, Waterford, and our game of the week is at New Lexington against Tri-Valley. So follow all of our content on WOUB.org and our social media accounts. And remember, there's nothing better than Friday nights and Gridiron Glory. See you Friday.